haven't seen it.
Cooking Mama 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's doing a review of Into the Spider-Verse. So, yesterday, we finished watching Into the Spider-Verse for the first time. And 10 out of 10.
Woo!
The best Spider-Man movie so far, I can say. So, the Into the Spider-Verse was a decent movie. Now, I know this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion. I know this for a fact. But, so, by the way, no one get mad in the comments for me saying this, but Spider-Verse was an okay movie. It's probably down there with, like, Spider-Man Homecoming, which is also...
What do you mean, the first movie?
Yeah, the first one in the Tom Holland trilogy, which I also know that's also going to make some people mad.
Okay.
This video is not going off to a good start because my opinions are very weird.
I would agree, though. Like, I like the first Miles Morales movie. I don't know what was it called.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but it wasn't like my favorite. I didn't hate it. It wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, it's better. I can say that the first movie, thanks to some things, it's probably better than like the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield trilogies. But it's also not. I'll say that. And but it's also probably not better than like the first Tom Holland. But this movie absolutely destroys what the first one was and updates it to something more modern than before, and is now completely better. The entire time, like I didn't even notice that someone, like in the movie theater, someone was getting a call, and yet I completely did not notice it because of the fact that the movie was so good. I was too into the movie for it to even affect me. I just was listening to the movie, heard everything. And first up, we're gonna talk about a quick summary of the plot. And if you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse, go watch the movie, then come back here.
And also, if you don't want spoilers, then tune off now.
Yeah, I already said that.
Okay.
We'll give you a few seconds to know. Okay, so for those of you that either have seen the movie or find it getting spoilers, okay, so let's talk about a quick summary of the plot. Okay, so Cookie Mama, take it away.
Okay. So the movie starts out focusing on Gwen Stacy, which I thought was interesting. So we get to see like some backstory for Gwen Stacy. She's fighting some like strange bad guy who's clearly from like the Renaissance era.
Actually, so okay, let me do some things. So before this, he was thinking about. So we're just gonna go over some of the stuff from the first movie. I'm gonna read quickly. So she killed her Peter Parker, and so he was drinking something from the actor Spider-Man. Also, we don't have so much spoilers for that going about the show at that review. And so she's drunk from a vial and spectacular to become
Peter Parker.
Yeah, to become the Green Goblin. Well, not Peter Parker in Spectacular, but it was Harry Osborn in Spectacular, but it was Peter Parker. So Gwen Stacy accident.
Okay, I'm lost.
Yeah, so in the TV show.
No, we're just talking about the movie.
Yeah, I was talking about other things and references.
Okay.
So like he ended up. So she killed her Peter Parker. And then she had some backstory. So she was fighting someone from the Renaissance era. And then she met Miguel O'Hara, who also started fighting, and she was second in command. I don't know what her name is. I don't remember.
Wasn't it Jesse?
I think it was Jesse. Jesse. And after Jesse and them defeated him, Gwen Stacy's father figured out that it was Gwen. And was
Spider-Woman.
Yeah, the Spider-Woman, and wanted to.
Because he had been looking for her since Peter got killed. Because he thought Spider-Woman killed Peter. Because of how he walked in and saw her like cradling Peter's body, he assumed she had killed him.
for no reason. So now she had to freeze him, and they freeze him in advanced technology and go away into exile in the year and 838. And also, don't quote me on that. That's probably wrong. But in the year 2099, or the universe is probably actually not based off 2099 universe. I'm pretty sure that's the old. I think. It's so confusing.
Okay, let's skip over it.
So back at Miles for a year now. For a year now, he's been.
So it's a year past the first movie.
Yes.
Okay.
And it has been the one and only Spider-Man. Now, to keep this brief and not take an hour long, so Gwen Stacy, who's now joined Miguel O'Hara's team. Oh look, Miguel is on the screen right now. 2099. And pretty much, Miles ends up following Gwen and realizes.
Well, you skipped over a pretty important part of it.
Oh, right. So, Miles. So, someone tried to break into this empty ATM called the Spot, who you can see right there fighting Miles. He is Miles' arch nemesis and tried to defeat Miles. Miles beat him up and so was on the phone while fighting him.
Okay, and so long story short, the Spot was created because of something Miles did in the previous movie.
Okay.
We don't have to tell them every detail.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
So if you've seen the first movie, which I know you probably have, it's been out for 2 years, and you haven't, what are you doing? Watch the movie. So pretty much the collider that explodes because Miles wasn't able to shut it off created the Spot. And the Spot tried to kill Miles. It fails. So he meets Gwen Stacy.
Well, the Spot, we need to kind of tell them what's going on with the Spot. The Spot can basically open up portals to new universes or just open up portals. And so that's kind of his arc in the movie is he decides he wants to go around to all the other universes and like build up his power so he can come back to Miles' universe and the way he said it, destroy everything Miles has ever loved.
Yeah, I think that means the entire universe.
Okay. So then pick up where you were talking about Miles and Stacy.
So he meets up with Gwen Stacy, who came with this bracelet that stops her from glitching and makes her body disintegrate, like in the first movie, and also lets her travel the multiverse. And long story short, she ends up figuring out the Spot has remade himself some spots and is weak inside of himself to like travel the multiverse. She also travels the multiverse. He follows her to travel the multiverse. They save Spider India's people, like family, I guess. And the Spot uses a power collider from the first movie to become even more powerful and have limitless spots. So that is definitely something that happened. And then Spider-Man, a knockoff version of like Spider-Punk appears and they are able to escape and they go to Miguel O'Hara. And now we're gonna go into it. By the way, guys, I haven't eaten today though. I'm just gonna point that out.
Okay, so yeah, what Favorite Phoenix was basically saying is I think his blood sugar is low. Is there was a big fight scene, blah blah blah. They end up going to this place where it's like an entire building of where all the like different spider people are from all different universes hanging out. They meet Miguel. Miguel basically tells Miles that he has to let his dad die in order to keep all the universes from collapsing. And of course, Miles is like, not gonna do that.
Of course not. Especially considering we'll talk about that at the end of the movie.
So there's a big chase. They're all after Miles. Miles escapes and he thinks that he's home, but
okay, spoiler for the ending here. If you don't want to hear what the ending is, click off. Okay, guys. So you've seen the movie. Come back here. Because I don't even want someone who's just not afraid of spoilers. I want someone who watched the movie to come here. But I want you to get the money that it deserves.
Okay. I mean, it's still worth a watch, even if you're watching and you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's still worth a watch.
But yeah, so he thinks he's home. He tells his mom he's Spider-Man, and she's like, "Who's Spider-Man?" So long story short, he's not in the right universe.
He's in another dimension because his spider comes from another dimension.
Mm-hmm.
And other dimension, Miles is about to kill him.
Right.
So Gwen Stacy goes to a different dimension. I didn't even need to explain much of this because Spider-Man fans know who Gwen Stacy is. They know who Miles Morales is. They know who Miguel O'Hara is. And pretty much, so he uses the go home machine to go home. So she uses the go home. So Miguel straight up vanishes her and makes it to where her thing doesn't work. But
her bracelet.
Yeah. But then someone dropped by and gave her a bracelet.
The punk guy, the punk Spider-Man.
Yeah, he gave
Hopsy, is that him?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it's Hopsy. And
gave
her like the spider thing.
He gives her his because his is still activated.
Yeah, and so and then he meets up with his father, who is the police chief, who is no longer the police chief, and after this, he uses it to travel the multiverse and get all the original people who helped Miles Morales save the multiverse.
In the first movie.
They help him save the multiverse once again. And then Miguel also takes another few familiar faces, Jesse and Spider-Punk, or also known as, I can't remember his name.
Well, Spider-Punk's not helping him anymore.
I mean, yeah, but there's a different version of Spider-Punk.
Oh, okay.
Ben Wiley.
Oh, okay.
He is Ben Wiley.
Oh, the blonde guy?
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah, blonde hair.
Okay. Then that's pretty much the movie. We never see, after Spot gets his powers, we never see the Spot ever again. And then tell them what happened once we stayed for the credits to see if there was a post-credits scene.
We didn't see a post-credit scene, but we saw that they are making a third movie called Beyond the Spiderverse.
Wait, they're going beyond the Spiderverse?
That's what it said. It said Beyond the Spiderverse. So I don't know what that means.
Oh no.
But yeah.
Breaking the fabric of reality.
What was I about to say? Oh yeah, but the imaging was like revolutionary. It was like cool how it looked because it was like
comic booky, but also not comic booky.
Yeah.
Like if you saw someone draw like that in real life, like it would look like a comic book, but then it would also make you think this is realistic.
It was like if you were to make a comic book 3D, but still keep like the comic bookness. It's not a word, but the comic bookness of it. It was cool.
And Miguel O'Hara really get to shine in this movie. He is definitely, probably top 10 Spider-Man villain.
I'm hoping he's not a villain, and maybe that's just me. But
I don't want Spider-Man 2099 to be a villain, but it doesn't confirm if he's gonna be a villain in the next movie.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we get more backstory on him, cause I'm just kind of intrigued, cause like nowadays we're seeing a lot of movies about like villain backstories, and I kind of want to know like why he's kind of a villain right now. And then also
read the comic books.
But I won't see it in the movie. And then Fire Phoenix mentioned to me that the way he became Spider-Man, he wasn't bitten by a spider. So I want to see more about that.
Yeah. the actor can tell the entire story. So Miguel O'Hara was a guy. Now, if you're a hardcore Spider-Man fan, you don't need to hear this, but so if you don't know how Miguel got his power, Miguel O'Hara was a brilliant scientist who once worked at Alchemax, and Alchemax made a bunch of things. So instead, the genetically modified spiders stayed in there instead of biting someone. Oh. And this time they were messing with his genetics, and he tested himself on it, and it gave him spider powers.
Oh. Did it also make him super buff?
No, he actually is like that.
Oh, this is natural. I think he would make a great Latino Superman, but that's another video. What else do I got here?
Okay, guys, so I think.
Oh wait, I want to ask some things too. So, what some things that we look forward to seeing in the next movie, or questions we want to answer? More about Miguel's backstory.
Yeah, more about Miguel's backstory. And they really need to hurry things up because I know that the love story between her and Gwen Stacy is not going well right now.
Oh yeah, we want to see more of the love story.
Yeah,
I want to see more. We didn't mention that there's a older version of Peter Parker from the first.
Oh, Peter B. Parker.
Yeah, he has a baby now, and she's like a spider baby.
Yeah, I want to see more of the spider baby.
And also Jessie is about to have a baby, so I want to see her spider baby.
Maybe in the post-credits scene. Also, I have a good idea. So Sony, if you're watching this, and because we don't have lots of subscribers, I'd be surprised if Sony was watching this. For the third movie, mandate this so the scene where the Spot comes in and destroys the entire dino of supervillains. Just do it. It's gonna look so cool.
Okay. What do you think? Could they make the next movie 3D?
I would like to keep it the way that it is.
Okay.
The animation is already insane good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I thought it was gonna be kind of weird. The anime, from the trailers, it looked kind of weird, but I liked it.
Yeah, because when you actually look at it in the movie, it looks so good. It looks so 3D.
It was so different from any other movie I've seen.
Exactly. In the first one, the same thing, but the first one looked like this, and it was just at the time, no one got like this. This is the second time anyone has ever done this, ever. You never see this in any other movie besides these two.
I know Power Kings keeps pointing out to me that this is not Marvel, it's Sony, but it's still technically Marvel. Marvel is just amazing. DC, please take notes. What are you guys doing?
DC is so bad.
Y'all are just being basic over there, DC.
They literally are making some of the worst movies of all time. And by the way,
out of storylines that should be amazing, and they're just dropping the ball.
I think it's because they already have other versions of the movie that they want to make, and the movie that they want to make have already been done better than them.
But it's Marvel and Sony are thinking outside of the box. Sony could have easily made this movie basic or the first one, but they were how can we make this better? And DC's how can we make this in one afternoon?
So that's it for this video. I'd like to tell everyone that stay tuning in to like and subscribe and hit that bell button if you want to be notified when we release any new videos. And remember that our channel also has news that no one else has. Watch our Mario video. We have news that no one else has in the entire internet. And we'll be releasing a video on some news after this.
Stay tuned.
Bye,
Cooking Mama 1, 2, 3, 4.
Signing off.